Giannis. Bobby Portis hits the first shot.
No pun intended, but shooting the ball extremely well early.
Dump pass for the easy flush that time.
Folks do a nice job cutting off half the court, keeping the ball on the left side of the floor.
Raptors on the back end of a back-to-back. They give it up to Chris Middleton for three.
And that's the big key. Them to experience every iota of that humiliation to the Pistons last night. He didn't pull him. He left him on the floor with a game against the Bucks tonight.
Giannis,
nice.
Count it and one. Mean Mug Tapu.
Said he felt better than he expected to, and that's because of the work that he put in while out.
That's what he can do too. Hesitation in for two.
I heard from George Washington, and then kind of had my eyes kind of light up when I heard that.
Allen left all alone from the corner, knocks down the three. He's got a quick 7 points.
Wesley Matthews says that passion and grittiness for defense comes from his upbringing. When he was a kid, his mom would drop him off at basketball practice.
Giannis now on Siakam with 10 to shoot. Trying to find a screen with Van Vliet. Hits that mid-range.
Well, you got to be careful going underneath on Siakam that close to the basket. You talked about it. That was a mid-range jumper. Maybe at the three-point line, he's shooting threes. You can afford to do that.
Again, they're forgetting about Grayson Allen. He has not missed. Boucher, who's entered the game, can't defend Bobby like that.
Well, with no Gary Trent Jr. available, that's that great spot-up jump shooter on the weak side. Is, you know, Siakam does it the hard way. You're making him earn everything that he's getting inside.
Van Vliet in a crowd of people. And somehow was able to make that pass.
Yeah, that's a great play by Van Vliet.
There was no structural damage. He left early in that game against Golden State.
Yep.
And the common denominator, Bucks are gonna face the Grizzlies. Ooh, blocked that time on the George Hill offering. Don't forget, this is also the same team. The Bucks scored a season-high 77 in the first half, and they didn't go away. There's Dante DiVincenzo ringing it up from deep. Siakam's taken 6 shots in the first quarter, and Anunoby, who's got the ball right now, has taken 7 shots. That is a monster finish.
Out of character, trying to create off the dribble more than catch and shoot.
Flips it to Giannis, who flips it up with his left hand and in.
Usurps all the space with the shoes.
Siakam with the kick out. Van Vliet had a second to pull fire hit.
This will tell you who, in terms of how the Bucks are approaching Van Vliet defensively, who the culprit was.
Oh, he blew past Jordan Nwora that time with a crossover, and he's got a quick 5 points in the last few possessions. You knew this Bud timeout was coming. Interesting, Marcus, because we saw Dante DiVincenzo getting set to check in. Bud called the timeout. Dante's not in the game right now, and instead it's Wes Matthews who has checked in the game for Jordan Nwora. I'd like to know the conversation that happened to sub out Wes for Dante. If Wes initiated that, like, look, I want a piece at Van Vliet. I'm healthy, I'm back. Bobby with the block.
Yeah, either the Raptors, like a lot of teams, like the Bucks do, they place a premium on limiting the points in the paint, so they overcommit bodies in the green.
Chua gets that bounce. Kim Birch even adds a little bit. He's unavailable too. Dante slips it to Allen for the right-handed flush.
Great pass by Giannis. But again,
George Hill. That was the toughest shot that he had to make here tonight. Siakam gives it up to Anunoby. Knocks down the 3-point shot.
The added help on Siakam.
Chris got in trouble there. Trying to feed it through 4 Raptors players, and on the transition, Siakam with the finish.
Basketball in these types of situations.
And they tied it now at 46. Pat Connaughton looking to give the Bucks the lead right back. This game is not going to be called the way he wants it to be called. Looking for the contact. He's going to have to do stuff like that. Still take it inside, trying to find a way. This is all without Scotty Barnes, too, in the lineup.
No Scotty Barnes, no Gary Trent Jr. Just in terms of what they bring to the table offensively. And this guy right here, he had a huge game against the Bucks.
Giannis goes around everyone. No call.
Everyone except Chris Boucher.
The alley-oop back the other way. That's the counter.
feel of this in terms of what the Raptors are doing defensively, the Bucks, and their lack of ball movement, man movement, over-reliance on Giannis.
That's Matthews.
Finally, you knock down a shot.
Just 11 points in that third quarter, back on January 5th. Tua giving it up. Siakam for 2.
That's a nice play by Precious Achua. So now you get, more of a pure point guard in George Hill, so you change Giannis's attack angle.
That worked.
Yeah. So now he starts at the elbow.
Same thing. It's on the end of that play. Siakam for 3. Having a good night.
He's in takeover mode right now.
And knocked down those shots. 3 of 13 shooting right now for the Bucks in the third.
The little box and one. Champagny shadowing Giannis all over the floor.
Giannis just pulls for 3 and hits. The second 3-point make for the Bucks in this quarter. Double team coming, trying to get it out of the hands of Van Vliet, but he finds Achua. Van Vliet with the tight coverage. Gives it back to Middleton from the elbow. It's pure. Inside, 1.5 minutes left to go here in the quarter. There's that size mismatch again. Siakam gives it up again. To Boucher again. Wow.
It's bad pass by Dante, but Achua, just great energy, great effort. Getting back in transition, you hustle, you never know what's going to happen.
Oh, Dante, rejection. Just watching their, some of their home games, just to watch, and it does feel so sterile, right? And we've all experienced it with last year with no fans at some point.
Knocking on the door of the rotation. Just how well he has played the past few games.
Those were his first points. He's got 12 rebounds here for the game. How about Hill going back to back?
Well, George Hill.
Help coming over, kick out to Achua with 1 on the shot clock. He goes off the glass. Marcus, you've talked about a different point of attack here for Giannis. Anunoby feeding Giannis with the block.
Who's going to blink first? Who's going to make the plays here down the stretch? Who's going to make the winning plays?
Van Vliet to Siakam. There's a winning play for Toronto.
I'm your Huckleberry. Siakam says, I got one for you. Facing smaller defenders a lot here in the second half.
Siakam checks his feet and knocks down, so they've gone his way the last couple of possessions, and he's answered. Wes Matthews takes it all the way for 2. 1-point game.
And I mentioned it earlier, Nick Nurse left his guys on the floor against the Pistons. They were down 13 with under 2. Oh, great footwork, a little step through.
And Giannis pokes it away. 2 on the shot clock. Anunoby with his back to the basket, throws it up, and gets his own rebound. Oh, wow.
See what Nick Nurse is going to draw for Fred Van Vliet.
Siakam, Boucher, 1 dribble. Found a shooting stroke, at least in the second half. There is Siakam. He'll pull from distance and hit. And a smile on his face as he trots back. Now an 8-point advantage. Giannis again draws a contact. There's an and 1. They're going to chew up some clock here if they can. 8 on the shot clock. Siakam now makes a move. That pump fake, step through move. He's been clutch when Toronto has needed him to be clutch. Going 17 of 17. Here's Allen.
There's that triple-double for Pascal Siakam.
Second career triple-double. And the first this season.